Right. Hi everybody, Flash Crow here from Old Man Gaming Down Under. Welcome to another day of Medieval Dynasty. In our last video, we camped on the outskirts of Hornica, so today we have to find Kestral. So, let's see. It's interesting because the exclamation mark which shows the location of your quest is just stuck. Does that mean I just have to look around? What I'd like to do is buy some arrows. Is that a... no. They have a... well, there's a blacksmith. Do they have any... Well, it doesn't appear to be working. I didn't want to jump. No. Okay. So, got to keep an eye open. See if we can find Kestral. Can't see any Kestral there. Can't see any Kestral there either. This could be fun. Wow, horses. Yeah, Kestral was good with horses. She's up there. Any of you Kestral? Nope. Tell me this is a wild goose chase. Aha. Kestral. She's in the building. Maybe I should take her some flowers. Right. Oh my goodness. Is that Kestral? Thought she'd be much older. Okay, well here we go. I stand up next to the mountain and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Well, I pick up all the pieces and make an island. Might even raise a little sand. Kestral, is that you? I'm Razimur, Lordan's nephew. Waits at the window wearing the face that he keeps in a jar by the door. Hey, that sounds like a song. Who is it for? Isn't that the Beatles? I don't know. Kestral, are you there? Do you hear me? Until the rainbow burns the stars out of the sky, until the ocean covers every mountain high, until the day is night, and night becomes the day, until the trees and seas just up and fly away. Yep, she's flying. This is pointless. You're drunk as a lord. I know. I'll bring you a special potion that will help clear your head. Don't need to do that. I think we've already got some. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? The answer is blowing in the wind. Sure it is, Bob. Don't worry, Kestral. I'll come back. What? Deliver to Kestral the potion of sobriety. Yeah, I know. We've already got it. Beneath the stairs of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. I'm back. It's all going to be okay. Just drink this. Well, what's going on? Who are you? Those eyes. Is that it? Am I dead? You're very much alive, Kestral. My name is Razimir. Lordan was my uncle. Of course, your eyes. Now I understand. I'm sorry, I've been quite distant lately. Please don't mind this mess. It was some badgers, sure it was, that got in through the window. It's nice to see you. Me and your uncle were working together, trade mostly. I don't want to be rude, but I've already spoken with Unigost. I've actually met Sambor and Walrad as well. I know about your mission. Very good to hear that. I wasn't ever a good liar. That what a friend of mine did it pretty well. Yes, your friend, Lordan. I know about that too. I see. You know a lot, kid. No more bullcrap for you then. We were all a part of a pack. A family, really. We never had a name or anything, but we did have some reputation in realms far away from here. The pack was all that we had, until the day it fell apart, but you probably know about it as well. I don't actually. No one has told me yet what had happened. Well, it seems that the boys would rather tell you about the happy days, but you seem like you're ready to handle the realness as well, don't you? I am. It was 12 years after the pack was fully formed. Over a decade of adventures, mischiefs, tightening of bonds. We still felt young, but the thought of retirement from our operation was getting more and more real. We even had a place picked out where we could grow old in peace. Yes, you guessed, that's right. The valley was always our end game, place to settle down. But none of us realised that the end is so near. We were staying for a job in a town called Navis. Spent weeks there. Everybody started to get a little nervous, a little frustrated, because Lordan was planning it on his own. He was always secretive, and we kind of got used to it, but this time something was off. He kept telling us that he was meeting with some informant. I've seen him a couple of times through a window. Tall as an oak, thin as a straw, skinny face and jug ears. Made him look like a rat. Beady little eyes didn't help him as well. Jordan said that he was keeping us out of the loop for the Ratman's safety. So we waited, played dice, drank and waited. When Lordan finally revealed his plan, it sounded like a joke. Weeks of planning for a job so simple. We could do it with our eyes closed. So I'm guessing it wasn't so easy after all? Supposedly there was a lot of stolen loot in the town hall's treasury, brought by a corrupted militia. Plan was simple. Get in, steal it. No, that wasn't the plan at all. The plan was to get in, steal it back, and return it to the rightful owners. Child's play. Lordan and Walrad was supposed to make a distraction when Unigost and Sambor went inside the treasury, and me, as usual, was waiting with the horses ready to run. All went according to plan, no surprises. Sambor and Unigost were loading the cargo onto the horses when I saw Walrad walking towards us alone. He said that Lordan split up with him and should be right back. I didn't like that. There was no reason for him to split, so I decided to go and check on him. I could smell his posh perfume from a mile away, so it wasn't hard. I swiftly followed his scent right into a town scribe's chamber. That's when I saw it. What did you see, Kestral? If it wasn't for the ears, I would never have recognised him. His face was bashed in, so hard you could almost see the floor through it. Lordan was standing by the Ratman's body, wiping blood off his hands. He did it with the bottle of mead, which then he took a sip of. I'll never forget how casually he looked in that moment, like it was the most normal thing to do. He hid some kind of book or journal behind his belt, and then he noticed me. Oh my. For a second there, I saw his true face, his pure reaction to seeing me. It wasn't fear or shame, it was just annoyance. He scowled at me for ruining his plan, for insubordination. This honest reaction even he couldn't control. And just like that, his face changed completely. He was shocked, afraid, out of breath suddenly. Maybe even a tear was glistening in his eye. He grabbed my hand and said that we need to run, that we are not safe, that he will explain. So we ran to our brothers in arms, got on the horses and escaped. I told everybody what I'd seen. Lordan broke the most sacred of rules, his own rule. He was trying to explain himself, but all that we heard was more and more lies. The trust had been broken. We were talking and arguing the whole night. At dawn, Walrad was the first to leave. We always kind of treated him like our younger brother who forced himself on a journey. But in that moment, he was the most mature of us all, and it was clear that the pack had come to an end. Sambor left right after, then I did the same. Unigos stayed with Lordan. He couldn't live without him. He loved him the most, even more than me. When I was walking away, I saw that face of Lordan again. Our eyes met for a split second, and they were not sad, but full of contempt. So that's how it happened. I'm sorry, Razmir, you probably expected something different. Doesn't matter what I expected, only the truth. The truth is always a bitch. Never pretty, never certain. Full of doppelgangers and dirty lovers all over. But it still points to Lordan being a killer. Your uncle was an extraordinary man. Yeah, that's what everybody is saying. Truly brilliant, ahead of his time, I would say. His mind was able to predict things that should be unpredictable. He read people like books. And with all that excellence came a price. The perfectionist in his brain couldn't cope with losing, with being wrong. Lordan had a really short fuse sometimes. He suffered from constant loneliness. Loneliness? He had you, all of you, the pack, family, everybody loved him. And yet we were the only thing persistently keeping him down. Caring about us, loving us, it was a burden to him. The emotional ties that made him dependent, weak, common. And being ordinary for him was worse than death. That's really sad, to be honest. Having us kept him grounded, but he couldn't restrict his ambition. It was like a flesh-eating disease, consuming him from within. Being anonymous started suffocating him. Seeing smiles on faces he'd help wasn't enough. Hearing praise and thanks wasn't enough. He wanted to be acknowledged, to be worshipped, to be feared. I can't believe you're talking about Lordan. I thought he was a hero. I wanted to be like him. Life's hard, kiddo. You can't judge a book by its cover, same as you can't judge a man by the one thing he did, or by a part of his life. Nothing's just black and white. Unigos told me the same thing. He probably knew Lordan better than anyone else, knew the worst of him, but he was a brother to him nevertheless. He couldn't have hurt him. Well, he did have an affair with Lordan's woman. So you know about that as well. Seems that Unigost and you grew really close together. Yes, he did. I did. And I'm sure that Lordan knew all about it. Are you serious? That man could deduce the colour of a lady's knickers just by hearing her laughter. I'm sure he knew about me and Unigost. Why didn't he say something? Wondering about that would torture me at nights. I had a couple of hypotheses, but the thing that speaks to me the most is the simplest of answers. He didn't care. He didn't love me that much to want me all to himself, yet he wanted us to be happy, so he didn't intervene. I'm sure it was funny to him watching us wallow in our lie, like watching children playing a grown man's game. Maybe he could have changed. Maybe if the baby wasn't... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. If the baby wasn't born dead? Don't be sorry. That's what happened. Maybe. He was happy about it, or at least appeared to be. Didn't want to hear me when I was saying that it could be a girl. He wanted a boy, a mini Lordan to keep him company. But it wouldn't have worked. Not that time at least. Why's that? He wasn't his. So you knew it was Unigost then? A mother always knows such things. I knew it was Unigost from the moment I felt its heart beating inside me. But you've never told any of them. No, I felt like the lack of truth was a better solution in that situation. But you don't have to agree with me. I do agree, there wasn't a good answer. You tried to keep them both happy. And yet I failed at that miserably. Still, you put their happiness before your own. Let's not talk about it any longer. There is a very important matter I've been getting to. You may think I'm crazy, but I have to say it. I don't believe that Lordan died of natural causes. What? What are you saying? I think that he was murdered. What makes you say that? Do you know about his death? Not much actually. Only that he died peacefully in his sleep. That's what Unigost told me. And you just assumed it was due to an illness or old age, correct? No, yes, I believe I did. And that's what doesn't add up to me. I knew Lordan. He was always in great shape. We met a few days before his death, actually. He wanted to reconnect. He was happy. It was obvious to me that he was planning something. And that wasn't to die in his bed. He didn't have any health problems, but enemies. Those he surely had the surplus of. That actually sounds very convincing. I've managed to find out the location of the medic who was examining Lordan's body and who decided to burn the corpse in the same day, which already seems bizarre. And have you talked with him? No. I wanted to, but my demons caught up with me. Have you told anyone from the pack about your presumptions? No, it may sound harsh, but they're suspects as well. Suspects? You were supposed to be a family. I don't really believe they did it. I certainly hope they didn't, but we can't rule out anything at this moment. So you cannot tell them about any of this. Not until we learn something valuable. Here, I've marked the location of the medic's house on your map. I don't know the exact place. You'll have to find it. Speak with him and report to me. I mean, if you're up for it. Of course I am. I'll be back. Hasta la vista. Well, meanwhile, I'm dying of thirst. which I am really getting damage from it, so I've got to get out of here. Which, let me just, no, let me not do anything. Let me just go get some water. Gee, that took a long time. That was a lot of talking. But, where's the closest water? Where am I? What am I doing here? What's my name? Right, there's water over there. So if I go to my left, this house. Let's go out here. And is it down along this road? Yes, down this road will take us to a creek where I'll get killed by a bear while drinking water. How's that? I didn't. But I'm also hungry. Now, the chance of me finding that fire would be pretty slim, wouldn't it? Can't remember what side I went. Went this side. That's the side I came in, I'm pretty sure. Hello people, nice to know you. No, I can't remember, but I need to make another fire so I can eat. And then we'll check out what's what. You watch me put this exactly where the other fire was. Maybe not. Oh. Can I light it? I found it. I can't believe it. Right, so we need to cook. And craft more. 24? I'm not going to do 24. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because I don't think we've got enough time to go on from this. So maybe I'll do the whole 24. Speed it up in my own special little way. And then new level of crafting. Well, got to bring up the journal anyway. Crafting knowledge, so we can increase that one. Oh, we've got 2. Well, we can max it out. That's very good. Well, that was sort of worthwhile doing. Now let's have a look. What's the time? Oh wow, 7 o'clock. Well, that must be getting close to the end, but we must have a look at our journal, see what the story is now. Sober it up. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of that. But we've got to talk to Dyter. We look at the map. She said she'd marked it. Oh, well, it's not that far away, but it could be, you know. Ah. No, it wasn't where we were. I wonder if it's about there. I wonder. Anyway, that's for tomorrow's video, I believe. I think we've done all that we can there. Still showing 0 of 15 buildings. So, we better eat. That's what I came here to do initially. Get rid of that one roast meat. Eat that. Yummo. And then we'll have a quick bite of the others. Right, we should be okay. Should certainly be able to make it to Dyter's tomorrow. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodnight, John Boy. No, not Goodnight, John Boy. Goodnight, John Boy. See you later.